South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning.
Well, alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program as we begin another week of looking at the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style, here from your gaming capital at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, and of course over the South Point Streaming Network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show. We also welcome all of the listeners out there listening to us on our anchor radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. Our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas.world, .global, iPhone, Android, and Google phone, covered with your apps. Your KSHP app, you listen through the radio station. Of course, the YouTube app, you can see and hear us through the YouTube as well. And of course, anywhere you get your podcasting, simply put, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Wednesday. It is the 13th day of August as we begin another week of looking at the great sport of horse racing and some of the trials and tribulations of and thereof. Anyhow, it's 89 degrees right now here in Las Vegas. It's kind of perfect out there, really. It's just kind of really nice right now. 89 degrees as the sun is starting to come up over the mountains. And, of course, we're going to top out here today in Las Vegas at 110 degrees. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it anyhow. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Keep that water around. Keep the kids and the dogs and the pets inside. Don't let them outside too long. Don't want to get them dehydrated or sunburned or any things other than. And of course, check on the elderly and people who have a hard time with the heat. Really simple. It is dry heat, but it's still heat. It's going to be 110 degrees outside. We are under an extreme heat warning, by the way, so that tells you to stay hydrated. If you feel dehydrated, it's going to be too late, so stay hydrated, okay? Now, our 110 degrees here, topper in Las Vegas, will match the high in the nation. That also has Phoenix, Arizona at 110 degrees. Miami's going to be 89 today. New York City is 90 with the possibility of some rain there. When you get to 90 and the possibility of some rain, you know that humidity is high, and that's when it gets really sticky and ugly there in New York City, 90 degrees. Chicago, 83, and Los Angeles, a nice 85 degrees in Southern California. As far as any of the precipitation around the country, well, as I say, there is a possibility of some rain in New York, and certainly some possibility of rain always, every day, whatever the weather says, at Saratoga. So we'll wait and see from Jonathan Hardoon the latest on that. There is a big front of rain that's going right through from the top, the northern part of the state of New York, right down to the southern part of Mississippi and Louisiana right there. So there's a big swath that's moving through. So we'll wait and see if it's going to affect any of the racing conditions today at the tracks that are on our racing menu. It is, by edict of Race Day Las Vegas, an instant horse player holiday. Yes, it is, because they left money on the table in the Pick 6 at Saratoga on Sunday. The carryover, $158,820. Yeah, that'll make it an instant horse player holiday, especially on this just Wednesday. $158,820 in a regular Pick 6 carryover at Saratoga. How'd that happen, Ralph? Well, here's the deal. Okay? It started out in the fifth race at Saratoga on Sunday with a $12.20 winner that Kendrick Carmouche got home for D. Whitworth Beckman. And then John Velasquez got his first win of the day in the sixth race aboard a James Ferraro entry that paid $31.20. And then the seventh race, Eric Cancel contributed with the long shot at $22.60 for Gustavo Rodriguez. Following that, Jose Ortiz Got Con Man home in the 8th race for Mark Casse, paying $8.30. In the Mahoney Stakes on Sunday, the winner there was Spiced Up for Junior Alvarado, and his man, Bill Mott, paid $11 even, winning the Mahoney Stakes on Sunday, outrunning Governor Sam. The big 1-2 favorite, Governor Sam, got run down by Spiced Up. And No Evidence finished third in the race. So you got that big 1-2 favorite. A lot of singleton and a lot of tickets that went down in the Mahoney. And then the last race paid $19.20, giving John Velasquez his second win of the day. All of that together, nobody had the pick six. Hey, the fives paid $8,823. And the final pick five of the day, the 50-cent pick five, paid $47,493.50 on Sunday at Saratoga. Del Mar on Sunday. Juan Hernandez and Bob Baffert got together to win the first race on Sunday with a 2-year-old maiden, Balboa. Baffert also finished second in that 2-year-old race. The winner paid $3 even. And then Hector Barrios won another turf race in the second race for Jonathan Thomas, paying $8.60. Juan Hernandez and Bob Baffert come back in the Sorrento Stakes for 2-year-old fillies with the winner, Himika, for Bob Baffert, paid $2.40. Easy win there, too. Came just off the pace, rushed up on the rail, and was gone. Himika winning the Sorrento over Moam Down and finishing third. Thank you, India. The early pick three at Del Mar, those three races paid $4.35. In another 2-year-old race, the fifth race on the card, John Sadler and Hector Barrios got together. Barrios' second win of the day in the 5.5 furlong race for 2-year-old fillies, with Mohaven paying $3.80. Want to thank John Lendo for his winner on Sunday. He gave us Rearmed John with Ricky Gonzalez aboard for Victor Garcia, paid $7.40. So thank you very much, Jonathan. John, I should say. Thank you very much, John Lendo, for the winner there at Del Mar. And then later on, the 7th race, Hector Barrios gets his third win of the day, again on the turf with Miss Roberts for Jeff Mullins, paying $14.80. And that's just about the way it went up until the last race. Winner, $20 even there. In the 8th race, jockey Mike Smith enjoyed his 59th birthday. 59-year-old Mike Smith wins the 8th race with Sir Rocket for Neil Drysdale, paying $14.80. Happy birthday, belatedly, Mike Smith. So altogether, the pick six paid $50,572.50. The late pick five there, Del Mar, paid good, $5,462.80. Ellis Park had a big day of racing on Sunday as well. They had 6 stakes races there. The Ellis debutante for 2-year-old fillies won by Chopsticks. Laurent Garreau for Brad Cox, $3.40 there. That was Cox's first win on the card. Giroux came back in the 5th race to get his second win of the day. In the Ellis Park Juvenile for 2-year-olds, Comports won that. Tyler Gaffleone had his third win of the day already, winning the 2nd and 3rd race earlier. That was the 6th race on the card. Comport paid $2.70 as the big favorite for Eddie Keneally. The Cowboy Joins Memorial was won by Tummarumba with Tyler Gaffleone aboard. Gaffleone got his 4th win of the day. Brian Lynch's first win of the day, paying $4.24. And the Ellis Park Derby was won by Big Trues. Tyler Gaffleone for Brian Lynch. They went back-to-back stakes races at Ellis Park on Sunday. Big Trues paid $6.24, outrunning Jimmy's Daily, and finishing third was Admiral Dennis. In the Groupie Doll Stakes, the winner there was Impel for Brian Cox. Or I said Brad Cox, excuse me. Impel wins for Brad Cox, second win of the day. Laurent Garreau, his third win on the card. By the way, Cox finished first and third in that stakes race. The Group Udall winner, Impel, paid $12.62, outrunning Regaled and Alpine Princess. And in the Audubon Oaks, for 3-year-old fillies, the winner there is Sturgeon Moon. That gave Tyler Gaffleone his 6th win on the card. Now, you remember Juan Hernandez got 6 wins the other day at Del Mar. Tyler Gaffleone got 6 wins at Ellis Park on Sunday. And guess what? Both Tyler Gaffleone and Juan Hernandez will be battling against each other at Del Mar this coming week. Gaffleone down there at Del Mar to pick up a stakes mount there. That winner paid $6 even for William Walden. Big day at Ellis Park for Gaffleone. Prairie Meadows, remember that late pick 5, the mandatory payoff? Well, the winners paid $11.20, $11.60, $7.40, $4.80, and $15 even. And with all that carryover money distributed along the way with the money that was bet into the pool, each of the winners in the pick 5, the jackpot pick 5, paid $2,128.95. And at Monmouth Park on Sunday, Paco Lopez got 4 wins. He won the 3rd race at $5.40, the 5th race, the Oceanport Stakes with Air Recruit, paying $3 even for Arnaud Delacour. And in the he won his 3rd race in the 7th. It paid $6.80, and he won the 9th and final race there to pay $3.20. So Paco Lopez gets 4 wins at Monmouth on Sunday. All right, coming up this week, we've got big stakes races are going to be at Woodbine this week. 6 stakes races there. 1 Breeders' Cup win, and you're in. That'll be the Grade 1 EP Taylor. And they also have the King's Plate. 14 horses were entered in the King's Plate at Woodbine on Saturday, the 166th running of the King's Plate. And that'll be run on Saturday as part of the 6 stakes races there at Woodbine. Saratoga is going to have a couple of stakes races on Saturday. They include the Grade 1 Alabama for 3-year-old fillies. Del Mar will host the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks as part of their stakes on Saturday. Colonial Downs will have a couple of them, and Gulfstream, Monmouth, and Prairie Meadows will all check in with a stakes race as well. But as far as that King's Plate, it's like the King's Plate is like the equivalent in Canada to our races here in America, the Kentucky Derby. King's Plate there, Kentucky Derby here. And so in the King's Plate, they have 13 horses in the race, I should say, 13. From the rail out, Massetti, trained by Kevin Attard. Massetti will have the riding services of Pedro Moran. The 2 horse will be William T., with David Moran riding. The 3 horses, Notorious Gangster, Fraser Albee riding there. The 4 is Scorching. Jose Lascano going up to ride Scorching there, 10-1 on the morning line. Number 5 is Mythical Man. Sophia Vives is the rider there for Danny Gargan. The 6 is Faber. Kevin Attard has a couple of in this race, and the 1 horse, Massetti, and this horse, Faber, are 2 of those. Pedro Moran is named to ride there as well, so there'll be a replacement rider. Runaway again gets Javier Castellano for Sid Attard. The Wolf is the 8 horse. Kevin Attard has now 3 in the race. Flavian Pratt's going to ride this one, the Wolf. The 9 is Wattsville Red, Leo Salas. The 10 is No Time, John Velasquez riding for Mark Cassie. Tom's Magic will be the 11 horse, Rafael Hernandez. The 12 is Sedberry's Ghost, Ryan Munger there. And the 13 is Ashley's Archer, with Mark Cassie's second entrant in there. Sahin Savici will ride there. So that's the King's Plate that'll be run on Saturday. And so we'll wait and see what's going on there. As far as Sunday's racing is concerned, 6 big stakes races at Emerald Downs, including their Derby and Oaks. And Saratoga, Del Mar, Monmouth, and Woodbine will have a stakes race each. So we got a lot going on there. We got that soapbox. Mr. Jonathan Hardoon is ready for that soapbox. We're going to again talk about that long distance race at Saratoga. An update on the CAW stuff that's going on there. Saratoga Exotics are now getting hit with CAW. And as far as other horses are concerned, Torpedo Anna worked 5 furlongs in 101.75, working for a start for her next start, and they're still working to find out there. Torpedo Anna, by the way, had an eventful workout in that 5 furlong work. The horse that she was supposed to work out with in the team got off so far in front of her that they had to put up another horse. So she was like battling 2 horses in this workout because the workout didn't go just exactly the team workout that they wanted, but she got the job done there. Mystic Dan is now pointing for the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile after his venture into the Arlington Million on the turf. After the Arlington Million run, he's going to go back on the dirt, aiming for the Dirt Mile in the Breeders' Cup. Sandman is going to Kentucky Downs to run in the Nashville Derby coming up on the turf there at the upcoming Kentucky Downs meet. And as far as looking ahead to the Pacific Classic that comes on the 30th of this month, a couple of weeks away, you got White Barrios down there in Del Mar. He's going to be going in the Pacific Classic. Nisos is also going to be heading for the Pacific Classic for Bob Baffert. And they still don't know where Baeza and or Journalism are going to be going. Okay, Baeza and Journalism both are working out down there. And we'll wait and see if Journalism is, they're going to take a shot maybe at the Pacific Classic or maybe back at the Travers. So we'll wait and see about that. That's still up in the air for there. And congratulations to jockey Joe Talamo. Joe Talamo has always been a solid rider. He is now a full-time analyst on the FanDuel TV network. So Joe is now becoming one of our broadcasters. That's nice. All right. We got Jonathan Ardoon standing by, Rich Eng. Hey, if it's Wednesday, Dwayne Colucci, that's he'll be here with the Rampart Report. John Lindo, and of course, Jerry J with his Power Page pick for Saratoga. And so without any further ado, we'll get to our first break on this Wednesday as we begin another week looking at the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Only 2 horses broke the 100 buyer figure number in all the stakes races run last weekend. They were Big Truz, who won the Ellis Park Derby. He got an even 100 buyer. And El Cordobés, the winner of the Sword Dancer under a great ride by Flavian Pratt, got the highest buyer of the weekend in stakes races. Got a 104 buyer there. And that was the only 2 that got over 100 buyer. Okay? All right, let's go to the racing menu right now, and reminding you the first post times we broadcast on this racing menu each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're here in Las Vegas, going to come out to the sports and race book here, especially the race book here at the South Point today. These will be the first post times rolling out in our race book. And if you're listening on any other time zone around the world on all of the platforms that we have, just adjust the time zone that you're in to the Pacific time zone, and then you'll tweak it out, and you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We won't want you to miss anything today. All right, Colonial Downs. They've got 8 races today at Colonial Downs, starting off the menu, and their first post time is at 9:30. 9:30 Colonial Downs. Delaware Park will kick in with their 9-race card at Delaware. First post time is at 9:30 as well there. 9:30 at Delaware Park. Following that comes Belterra. Belterra Park has 8 races, and their first post time is at 9:35. 9:35 at Belterra. Saratoga today. First post time is at 10:10. Pick 6 carryover. This is a regular Pick 6 carryover. $158,820. Sunny, 78 degrees. The track is fast. The turf courses, both are firm. The Mellon Turf Course will have races 6 and 9. The Inner Turf Course will have the 3rd race on the card. And that's the way it is today at Saratoga. It's going to be great racing there today with that big carryover in the Pick 6 of $158,820. First race will be a steeplechase stakes race at 2 3/8 miles. Races 2 through 9, I should say, will be the flats, so to speak. And again, the first post time at Saratoga is at 10:10 with that big Pick 6 carryover exceeding $158,000. Finger Lakes is next. That's the other upstate New York racetrack right now. Finger Lakes has a first post time of 10:15 for their 8-race card there at Finger Lakes. Next comes Horseshoe Indianapolis. Horseshoe Indianapolis has a first post time of 11:10 for their 9-race card. They have 8 thoroughbred races. The final race will be a quarter horse race at Horseshoe Indianapolis. First post time 11:10. Presque Isle Downs, part of the menu today. Their first post time is 12:30 for their 8-race card. Louisiana Downs has 7 races, and first post time at Louisiana Downs today is set at 2:05. 2:05 at Louisiana Downs. Penn National has a first post time with a super high 5 jackpot carryover of $11,764. 7 races. First post time 2:45. Canterbury Park will round it up. First post time 3:10 at Canterbury Park. The first 7 races will be thoroughbreds. The last 2 of the 9-race card will be quarter horses at Canterbury Park today. First post time 3:10. All righty, that's your racing menu for today. Now let's go out to Jonathan Hardoon, standing by. Weather is beautiful today at Saratoga Springs, Jonathan, but I know you polished up that old soapbox, so good morning.
First of all, it is beautiful, but it's hot as hell here, and there's a chance of thunder showers late in the day, so that may affect some of the late turf races. Just putting everyone on alert if they're handicapping for that Pick 6.
Well, yeah, this is kind of like the monsoon season there, and when you get high humidity and high temperatures like that, it's conducive to creating a monsoon later on.
Right, it could show up at any point, so just be careful. As of now, it's good, but again, they're calling for possible showers late in the day, just so everyone's on top of it. As far as soapbox today, Ralph, not really a big deal. It's just disgusting what they did. The stewards came out on Sunday with a statement late in the day. They appeared on Fox, 2 of the stewards, and they basically said, we're sorry, and it won't happen again. But this is the 3rd time that it's happened in a couple of years, so it will happen again. Nobody seems to take responsibility. Nothing's going to happen to anybody. I mean, heads should roll here, Ralph. I mean, you had the whole starting gate crew. You had the stewards. You had owners. You had 35,000 people in front of the stands watching it happen, and nobody said a word. It's just horrible. And the real problem is nobody seems to care because they just kick the can down the road. They know we'll be back tomorrow for more abuse. And unfortunately, that's what the game has become. It's a shame that every Wednesday we need a soapbox to try to get people aware of what's going on. but they're destroying themselves. I'd like to one day come on Wednesday and say, Ralph, no soapbox. Everything went smooth this week. But in this game, it just doesn't seem to happen. And as far as CAW is concerned, Ralph, it's as bad as ever. You don't see it in the win pools, but it is sure showing up in the exacta pools. There was an exacta on Saturday, I believe. The fourth and fifth choices ran 1-2. It was a 3-6 exacta. It paid $18 with the fourth and fifth choices. And choices 1, 2, and 3 were trained by Pletcher, Brown, and some other Asmussen. So those three guys were off the board, and they gave you an $18 exacta with the fourth and fifth choices. There's no way that they could, sustain this. It has to stop. They have to cut it off with all CAW betting with 2 minutes to post. It's the only way the players have any sort of shot.
Well,
and that's it.
That exacta payoff exemplifies just how much they're pitting out the pools there when they're allowed to go in there and do that right up to post time. But and we all know that CAW is a balancing problem of getting the extra revenue from the money they put in there, so it can pay the horsemen, etc., and making it fair for the players, which are also part of this equation, and certainly the end user, the customer. So there's got to be a balance there. I think they're working on trying to find that balance, but maybe it's just as you say, just cut it all off at 2 minutes to post time and let the chips fall where they may, and see if they'll stop doing the CAW or if they'll just advance it to 2 minutes to post time. That's all.
Or cut their rebates in half or something where they can't bet as much money. How about doing that? How about cutting out the rebates for these guys? You want to give rebates to high rollers? Fine, 2-3%. Not the ridiculous 8, 10.